Good. Good. Hello, Florian. What's up, Florian? What's up, man? How you guys doing? Everybody chilling? Everybody having a good day? So far? So far, so good? Start your booty open. Dude. How's everybody doing? Chilling? Come on, man. Eat your food. No, I'm like on the east coast of the U.S. in that region. I don't mind telling you. You told me where you were from, so it's the eastern side of the U.S. Sorta in the north a little bit. some of your brother's food now, huh? You eating some of the big boy's food now, huh? What's the matter, Fenrir? You not hungry? Big oaf? Did I answer your question, Ahmed? Big boy. Yellow, what's up, man? Sorry, the wolfies are all done kind of eating. They finished, pretty much finished all their foods. Except for the kibble. They like the meat. They're not very big. Look at her. She's like, she's a bird right now. I hope I was like holding the camera right so you can see that. That's pretty funny. What, you couldn't get the bird, so you brought that to me, huh? Monkey boy. Yes. Little boy. Hey, Chico. Chico. Hey, 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 hey. Eat it. Safe to say they're pretty much done with that. Just got off work. Also learned why Rip and River hate muggy days. Oh, was it like super hot and muggy where you were at, dude? You had to like work in it. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Well, now you want food, Fender? You make me drop it too, man. Make me drop it. Make me drop it everywhere. Mostly on myself, though. Now, of course, now we see. Where's the food, dude? Where'd you put the food? It's right here. Fender. Ben. It's like, no, I'm good. Up in the swamp where I live really ain't helping. Yeah, humidity sucks so much. I hate it. I hate it so much. looking at their wolfy heads, man. Little wolfy heads. I'm getting doggish. Wolfie. You know, I threw it, dude. His little hops. His little hops. His little hops. What's Christmas? Oh, well. Come on. Come on, girl. Let's do it. Dropped her. Dropped her food. Ooh. Christian, what's up, man? How's it going? Fenner, Fen, hey, big wolf, hey, hey, come here. Just a little one. Where's the big one? Fenner, hey, Fen. Yeah, big boy. Ooh. Not much, YOLO, just chilling. Just throwing the stick for the little guy. But I think he's done because he didn't bring it all the way back, so he's all out of breath. His big old tongue out. Chilling, chilling. What are y'all doing in the hole? Hmm? Hmm? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, yeah, I did that. And she's like, no, I did it. They're both right. No, nobody was being a nuisance. They dug those. I mean, when they were puppies, they dug those holes. time ago that they dug them. Those big ass holes. Hi, Wolf. Hi, Wolf. Lucy. Yeah, you need a bath, girl. I'm so dirty. Yeah, boy. Fred. Come. Wait, come here. Come, Wolf. Come here. Come. This is a boy. This is a boy. Come here, good boy. Huh? Come here, good boy. Come here, good boy. Come here, good boy. Little boy. Oh, dude. Crazy with the stick, crazy with the stick. ¿Qué pasó, bonito? Vamos, pues adentro. Vamos. Vente. Vamos, chicos. Ven acá. Vámonos. Vamos adentro. Vamos. Vente, entra, 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 entra. Okay. No wolfies. No donkeys. So probably gonna jam some schedule one next, man. Get some like chill jams in, chill video game jams in. You know what I mean? Just gonna relax. I gotta take something too because I got like a migraine starting to happen behind my left eye. So we'll come back in a little bit, like once that starts to wear off a little bit. Because yeah, it sucks. It sucks having a migraine. I don't know if you've ever had one of those, but that sucks. It's like right behind my left eye. It's so bad. Come on. Come on. Knocking at the door. They all wanted to come back out. Oh yeah. Also gave the little dude a little bit of a haircut so you could see a little bit better. But they're all getting baths tomorrow. The three of them right in a row, and then he's getting a haircut. He's getting a bath and a haircut. But the rest of them are getting baths. All the puppies getting a haircut. Well, getting baths. He, little man's is getting a haircut. Sucio. Sucio. Una ducha. Una ducha. Now they hear the neighbor's dog is barking. They're like, let's go see what that's about. Nothing really. Just barking. Just a bark. Because you're a dog, you know? Good to goodness. It's kind of muggy out right now, if I'm being honest, YOLO. Kind of sucks. All sweaty as well. I take my sweater off. Sucks. Oh, fucking muggy. Fan Wolf. Here comes my big boy. Oof. Asha. Lucy. I couldn't put the wolfie. Hello, hello. Big old Fenrir wolf butt. We're back. Good. You thought I was gone forever, huh? You're like, shh. Where'd he go? Where did he go? Where did my stick thrower go? Come on, dude. There's more sticks to throw. Grab more sticks. I must throw them. Shoot, man. I'll play a little bit. I'll play a little bit more guitar before we hop off here and try to let some of that headache medicine I just took take hold. He's gonna want me to throw his stick, of course. Shadow, what's up, brother? How you doing, hermano? ¿Cómo estás? Just chilling on your phone. No breakpoint this weekend yet, bro? Maybe some breakpoint later. I'm not feeling video gamey. Not feeling very video gamey today. Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. I kind of feel the same way a little bit. Like, but I wanna. There's so much stuff that I was like doing when I got off of schedule one that like I'm gonna. After I'm done chilling here with y'all, I'm gonna hop off and like try to let this headache medicine I just took like kind of take hold, and then once I'm kind of done chilling, I'll hop on and play some schedule one a little bit later. But thinking about jamming breakpoint at some point this weekend too, because kind of miss it. And then I was also thinking about trying to like mess with mods with it at some point this weekend and see if I can work that out, because that'd be fun, man. you saw that in the background at all, but that was like a perfect negotiation between Fenrir and Lucy. That was hilarious. Did I drink some water today? Yeah, that's a good question. I've mostly had like coffee and iced tea. I should probably drink a little bit of water, huh? Well, that's not bad thinking there, Yellow. Probably scheming something up in the ceiling. Maybe. All very true things, Yellow. Very, very, very true things. Very wise. Those are very true things, man. I should probably drink some water here when I get done chilling here. What up, Snipes? How's it going, bro? How you doing, man? You hanging out? How's your weekend going, man? Just chilling? Nice, nice. Pretty good, pretty good. It's not a bad little weekend. It's a little hot and muggy here where I'm at, dude. I don't know how you are, where you're at, but it is a little bit muggy. No, so, yeah. Yeah, dude. Gotta drink more water, man. Hey, Kat, how's it going? How you doing, man? Mire, you're not supposed to eat the stick. No, no puedo comer el palo. Loco. How's it going, Kat? You just woke up, got some coffee. Good, good. Coffee's nice. I need some. I need to be drinking some water right now. But I love coffee. Coffee's good, man. I've been drinking coffee and iced tea all day, though. I need to get something other than that in my system. You fed your little chipmunk? Nice, dude. Nice. I've been alright, not too bad. Just kind of waiting for some like headache medicine to take hold so I can relax for a little bit, and then we'll probably play a little bit of video games a little bit later. Hang out and that kind of stuff. But I've been okay besides that. Not too bad. Not too bad. sucks. Yeah, it is another nice day. It's another nice day. Not too bad. The headache sucks, but that'll go away eventually. I'm not too mad about it. But it is. It's not too bad. A little muggy, but it's not bad. Besides that, a little humid. It's a little sticky, but it's not bad. Lucy, Fenrir, and Aquiles. Yeah, yeah, all three of them are hanging out. Aquiles is a little bit chilling back here behind there because he's got his stick there, but yeah, he's there. He's there playing with his stick. Sleeping stick mode, yeah. Everybody's kind of chilling. Trying to get us so you can still see the wolfies a little bit too. Still see the doggies. Just get the step in this. Need to get like a stand to this thing, dude. In your writing of your character, I'm curious. You're going to add music that you play. Yeah, I mean, if you mean like in like the kind of like the score of it, like once I can kind of start adding music to it, like as a cinematic experience, like a movie, then yeah, for sure, a bunch of that I would love to add into what either he can play on guitar himself or like kind of what excuse me or what yeah like the score of the movie would be because a lot of what I'm kind of just messing with right now is like kind of western esque like chords and the very like Spanish or like old Mexican kind of mariachi like mixed with a little bit of like flamenco styled stuff. Yeah, so it's all kind of like that. Like so, like I said, either he will be like just chilling playing stuff or yeah. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. That's the idea anyway. And a lot of the stuff that I'm playing is like inspired by like old musical pieces and stuff like that too. So, oops. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of the idea too. Like I want it to be like an all original character that sure you could see like the inspiration and stuff like that behind it. And originally too, the character never like. I mean, I'm sure you see on like all the AI shorts that I make and stuff like that, and some of the stuff that I make with that game Red Dead 2 that has the character in it. I've got this like skull sort of face on, and that's kind of just a little bit of like character recognition, and more so because there's a modern like character too that a lot of like younger generations, and I'm sort of part of that as like a middle-aged person. You know what I mean? Like I grew up with like the Call of Duty Ghost character too. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, I just originally the character didn't really have any of this kind of stuff. Like it was just like a typical kind of like just an assassin from the 1800s kind of character that I've been working with forever. And then I've been playing Red Dead, and I kind of you can see sort of the evolution of it too through some of my shorts, like to have this on all the time and stuff like that. But it just helps with the character recognition. But vaguely familiar with Red Dead. Yeah, it's a cool game. I mean, I really like the online aspect of most. And I like most games where you can kind of create your own character. But there's like a whole story involved with Red Dead 2. There's like Red Dead 1, which is like the sort of prequel to Red Dead 2. Or not the prequel. I'm sorry. It's like what happens after Red Dead 2, and Red Dead 2 is the like sort of prequel to one. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, it's got a really badass story to it, and I like it. It's a good game. I'm vaguely familiar with it. I wrote more from the art side of games. Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was growing up too, I used to say all the time like a lot of the games that I would choose to play were very like heavy on the story side anyway. So I would always say to people like, no man, it's just like reading a book for me. And I also like went to college, you know what I mean? So it's not like I didn't read books either, but I did both. I definitely did both, but yeah, I always said that video games were a lot of there was a lot of and there's a lot of art involved, especially in Red Dead. I'm gonna put the guitar away. It's starting to drizzle out a little bit. Do you guys want to go in or do you want to stay? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Go on, go on. Go. If you're gonna go in, go. But especially with Red Dead 2, there's so much art involved in that game because like if you happen to ever catch the credits roll for that game, like if you do, don't skip them because it's pretty intense like how many people were involved in making it. And it's a shame that they like didn't like go full bore with it and like release all the stuff and keep going with the online and all that stuff like that because they wanted to focus on their cash cow and stuff like that. But which this game could have also been their like secondary cash cow to help them like keep moving forward and stuff like that and doing bigger stuff even. But neither here nor there at this point. But there's and I'll just I guess give you like a little like sort of nutshell of the credits. There's like there is like animal behaviorists, there's geologists and stuff like that in the credits. So like they tried to get as much of it as accurate as possible to the period as well as like animals and stuff like that, and where they normally would kind of inhabit and how they'd behave and stuff like that. They did a really good job with the second one. Then it's not to say the first one they didn't do a good job with because they definitely did, but it's just older technology, older time period. So But yeah, it's a it's a really, really, really good game. And the first one, when I played the first one, I related a lot to John as a character. I felt a lot like him as a character in life. Like for real though, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, I don't know how much you know about it, but I do. I felt like him. And then when the second one came out, the character Arthur, I definitely related to a lot because he's got a lot of depth to him, and he's kind of like the voice of reason in the whole outlaw gang, and it's right at the end of the period where like the old west was kind of dying and the 1900s were starting and stuff like that. Nothing like the old side-scrolling games. Yeah, yeah. Well, the first one I think was even still in like the three-dimensional world, but I mean I know it is. It's in the it's still like the first one came out recently. I know Rockstar, the people that developed it, originally had like side-scroller games, like you know, like one of the or they even had like those top-down games where you're like looking from the top down. Like the old GTA was that like that anyway. But yeah, just the stories and the characters. So like I said, you know, like it is crazy how much games have progressed. Like you know, and when you talk about like from the art side of games, like I wholeheartedly get what you're talking about because there's a lot more art involved in making the game than like a lot of people think, and there's in in the like very human attempt at like mastering anything too. There's like art and science involved in it. You know what I mean? Like there's always going to be that aspect to it where there's like, and the two will kind of like intersect a little bit on your journey towards trying to master something like that too. So it's always really cool when stories can like communicate that kind of like universal like messaging and lessons and stuff like that. Blows my mind, the AI art out there. Yeah, no, I mean when I initially got the tool like as a creator on YouTube to use their AI, the Dreamscape AI, I was a little skeptical at first, like as an artist, like as somebody who draws, who painted, who plays guitar, who like writes, who thinks creatively, as well as you know many other things too. But like I was a little bit skeptical of it, but after kind of messing with it and talking to it and writing prompts for you know with it and stuff like that and working with it, it's really cool. And like I think like I was saying in like kind of how we were talking in that like comment section there of one of the shorts, like my dog's just barking when I come out. It's raining out. But when we were kind of talking in that section of the shorts there, I think we were touching on how like it is kind of insane, like the amount of details and stuff like that that you can get out of it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's an insane amount of details and very much. Yeah. Yeah, I was initially skeptic of it, but like I was kind of blown away by it once I started working with it. It's really cool, and the thing that we were talking about in the comment section, like I was trying to say, was that it's more or less like a like kind of like a proof of concept for me, and it's really cool to like be able to see that on screen and see that it does work and it can work, and that if you do it right and you kind of get the prompts right and you know or you know if I because like really what I'd like to do is actually have actors and stuff like that play out all of the story you know on screen. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, but yeah, the AI is it's definitely a lot like better than most people kind of give it credit for. I don't care. I don't mind being an AI artist. It's kind of fun too. Like, his name is Gustav Dore. I've heard that name before, Gustav Dore. I think I've heard that name before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. I don't remember from where or what. He's a really good artist. Hey, boss. You don't mind sitting out here getting a little bit wet, huh? You don't really get wet because you get that like sort of hydrophobic coat on. Your hair is very hydrophobic. It doesn't really get super wet. This little guy, he's just chilling right here underneath. mace me. No, you can't mace me. Ah, there he is. Oh, get He was in my time long before us. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think I've heard his name before. A lot of my degree in college had to do with art and architecture and literature and stuff like that out of like the medieval period, but obviously the medieval period had influences from before and it affected periods afterwards too. So a lot of the professors would talk about stuff. So I think I'm pretty sure I've heard Gustav's name before, but yeah, from one of my professors in college. But yeah, and I had a bunch of them because I was in school for a long time. I was in school for way too long, honestly, dude. Like to get my bachelor's degree, but it's cool. I don't care. It's nice. I like it. It was fun. It was worth it. We could hang out and like learn a bunch of cool stuff. And originally the intention was to become a professor, but that's a lot of school. You got to stay in school for a long time for that. But yeah, I think I've heard his name before. I just don't remember exactly his art. It's not coming to mind. Oh, puppy boy. They're all over your little beard and mustache, silly boy. All over your barbuda. And tu mustache. Good though, because you learn a significant amount and a variety of things. Yeah. No, we need more brain than what we just got there. I agree with that as well here. And yeah, no, I did. It was an interdisciplinary degree too, so it covered like a whole bunch of different subjects. And like I said, it was like art, architecture, literature. I studied like philosophy, world religions, comparative religions. I don't know. I studied a lot of stuff, dude. I studied like way too much stuff, like psychology, like adolescent psychology, all kinds of stuff. Because like I said, I was originally going to be like a professor, and I wanted to kind of be like a medieval literature professor was more or less kind of it's because I like the idea again of like telling stories, and I thought it'd be cool to like get a job where you got paid to like just go hang out and talk about stories with people who also like stories and stuff like that too, but yeah. Yeah, psychology is good. It's good to learn. It's good to know. Like it helps you kind of not only like understand yourself a little bit better too, but understand like how like other people kind of like work a little bit sometimes too. You know what I mean? I don't know. It helps me get inside some people's like mind space or head space or whatever you want to call it. Like just helping you understand a little bit like how people relate to stuff. I guess but if you love to figure people out, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've always also said too that be right back. I'm gonna go buy a firecracker. You gonna go get some firecrackers? Hell yeah, dude. Nice. Um, yeah. I always liked kind of figuring people out. And I always have thought too that humans were kind of the most intriguing thing in the universe. Really, like this life form that can kind of like think and talk and examine the universe that it lives in beyond just like the immediate, like literal sphere of existence. Yeah, freaking bugs everywhere, dude. But yeah, I was always interested in like the origins of the cosmos and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And all those like big questions that we all ask as we like kind of grow up and get older and stuff like that. But also very creative too. So many different directions my life has gone. Lots of different things. Yeah, yeah, kind of a deep thinker. Yeah, yeah, I've gotten in trouble before with it, but yeah. All good directions. So I mean, you know, I've never felt like I never felt like I wasn't like working towards something that I wasn't supposed to be working towards. So you know, even when you're in a situation that you don't want to be in, or like you know, you gotta do a job that you gotta do for this amount of time just to get to here or whatever, and you know, I'm not even talking about from like a regular like job career standpoint. You gonna leave the stream open though? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll be here, YOLO. We'll be here for a little bit anyway. I'll check on some dinner at some point. I think I got going, but if you guys don't mind chilling in the yard for a second. But yeah, I've always been kind of like a big deep thinker. Point to a point. Oh, point A to point B sometimes has many paths between. Yeah. Exactly. Sometimes has many. Is that a wolf hair right there hanging out on my face? Yeah, it is. No, yeah, no, it's not mine. I can't tell. It's all curly like a wolf hair. But yeah, no, there's many paths between. And sometimes they're like happening. Like I think personally, I think they're happening like all at once, and the only time it like kind of condenses down to like one thing is when you just go to look at it, when you go to observe it like, really tightly. But we live in such a weird world, dude. Such a weird reality dimension of reality. Feels very limited, but there's ways to kind of see through it, break past it. But you can never really, you know, fully know for sure. If you think that, then you're just kidding yourself. I'm gonna go check out some food, you guys. I'll be right back. Make that monkey go. Make that monkey. Wolfies. Ask and you shall receive.
They're also gonna be hovering over me because I got my dinner with me. Back up. I'll show everybody what I want for food. Some rice, nachos, and refried beans and cheese. And a beggar. A little beggar. And a glass of water. I'll try not to crunch too loud for you. Good beggar. Offender being goofy there. Okay. I can't eat my food, dude. I can't eat my food, though, man. They just ran around the corner. Hey! Wolves! Hey! Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? No, you can't have my food, man. Don't eat it. You ate your food. Get out of here. No, I was gone forever again. What happened? Did I leave forever? What happened? Is that going forever? Shoot, my thumb thinking it was a peanut. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't. The guinea pig was like, "Oh, that's a nice carrot. Give me that." Yum. That's funny. Come on, Wolf. Come on, wolves. Come on. Come on. Lucy, cup. No? Okay. Just the boys hang out there. That's fine. That's fine. Just the boys. Get down off of my couch. What are you doing, girl? I told you, I asked you if you wanted to come out. You didn't want to. Come here. Come on. Come on, Lucy. Bubby. Come on, Wolf. Just us boys, Daddy. Fine. Oh, no. Yeah, cats can be pretty crazy, but dog bites are pretty intense too if you ever had one of those. And I have, just from like being so close to dogs all the time, and they definitely got bit right in the eye. I love cats and they definitely need nail trimming, yes. And I say right in the eye, but it was more or less in the eyebrow. But it was my fault. It was all my fault. I was messing with the dog and I shouldn't have been. Got a dog in a... Not anything serious, more like puppy bites. Yeah, my dogs now are fine. I've never been like messed with by them or anything, but when I was younger and didn't know any better, I was messing with a dog and I got him in like a headlock and I like growled at him. He bit me right in the eyebrow. That's actually what this like scar right here is from. Dog bite. It's like 14 or 15 stitches, I think. Didn't feel good, I can tell you that. It hurt. And of course, I sat in the ER for like ever with like just like a bunch of skin hanging off of my face. And then they sewed it back on. Fun times. Fun times indeed. We're doing wolf. Yeah, yeah. It was not. it was not. It was not fun. But I learned my lesson. You gotta respect the dog's space. You know what I mean? Especially if they're telling you and giving you signs like "stay out of my space right now." Then you gotta listen. And I was young. I was young as hell when I learned that really quickly. So. But even with my wolf dog too, like they're they've never been like crazy aggressive or like even if I get the big guy in a headlock and growl at him, he would never bite me because he and I have like established that kind of relationship with each other where we can mess with each other. It is a little bit scary sometimes when I mess with him though, and I like wrap something around my arm and and like let him like grab onto my arm and pull as hard as he wants. It's a little scary because he's so big. He's so scary. Yeah, yeah, you really got to respect the animals you're around too. Yeah, no, and I also learned that uh, when, like, over a period of having two different horses, I had Sleeper, like, way back in the day, the all black thoroughbred, and as cool as he was, just like any animal, they have their moments, they have their limits, they have their, time where they're like, no, this is me time or whatever. But then another horse I had, his name was Diesel, and he would kick every time you'd go to like feed him, like, and he would just like, and not just kick, but like he would like snap. You could hear his hooves like snapping in the air, and like a lot of the times too, he would just like kick the door as you were trying to get in to feed him because he was very like food aggressive, like a big dog. But and eventually, yeah, like you gotta just not. Yeah, he was Diesel. He was. It was a cool name, and he was named that because he kind of always sounded like that all the time with that kind of diesel sounding like neigh that he would have. It was like that like like a big diesel truck, like big old diesel truck. But yeah, and he was huge too. He's a big horse, but you had to respect him, and you had to also not show him any fear too, because when you showed him fear, he would just like take his aggression like further and go harder with it. My inner ear is ringing now. Maybe that means the medicine's freaking working. And drink a little bit more water too after I get off here. He was a good horse. Diesel was cool. Sleeper was like my favorite horse, but he was my first horse, so it's like kind of unfair. He's kind of got that unfair advantage. We've seen that too, where horses sense a person's fear. Yeah, horses are very like intuitive that way, man. Like that, whether you're afraid or you're like anxious or scared or something like that. That's usually why they ask that question when you go trail riding, like who's had the most like experience riding a horse, because they usually give the experienced person the more like difficult horses, because they know that the experienced person can kind of handle those moments when they're being a little bit difficult. So don't ever lie whenever you're on like a group trail ride. Don't lie about your experience on a horse, because you could end up on a horse that'll buck you off, and then you'll end up like freaking Christopher Reeves or something. And be lucky enough to get paralyzed for the rest of your life. Because that shit sucks, dude. That would suck. But most horses are usually good, but you've really gotta have the experience with, especially with big animals like that, because even not even just like bucking you off, but like stepping on you. And Diesel actually stepped on my left toe one time, and I'll tell you, man, that dude weighed so much. It hurt. It hurt like crazy when he stepped on my toe, and you can't like rip your foot out from underneath him either, otherwise you'll break your toe. You gotta wait for him to get off. And he wouldn't get off. I had to like push him off me. So I don't know if you've ever had to try to push a giant horse, but they don't, and especially when they don't want to move. He was such a stubborn bastard too, Diesel. Yeah, you really do gotta try to be calm, because a lot of animals can, not just horses. That's true. You fell off a bareback pony that was scared of dogs. Yeah. That's another thing too. Is like all the horses that I have ridden and boarded and stuff like that. They were always tried to keep them around dogs so that they were good around them. And both of my horses were like big dogs. They were like big giant dogs. Eating the dog food I spilt on the ground earlier, Goof. Big Goofy. Oh my god. What is it? My lap purring right this second. Yeah, kitties. Kitty cats. But yeah, even to circle back too to Red Dead again, like that's what I like about the time and effort they spend hiring artists to put that together, because even Sleeper's behavior in Red Dead Online is very, very, very much so like Sleeper's like real life behavior. He's such a goof. He's such a goof. But yeah, you do. You gotta be careful with the animals. You gotta have a calm approach to them. And no matter whether they're like a big giant wolfie or a cat or a horse or anything like that, you gotta be gentle with them. You gotta have a calm attitude all the time. Huh, Bubba? I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I know. I'm a big wolf. I'm a big wolf. You could swallow me whole if you wanted to. Yeah. That was kind of my favorite thing, honestly, was when the credits rolled. I was like, dang, look at all those like animal behaviorists and like geologists and hey, calm down, dude. Relax, little guy. I'm going in a minute. But yeah, they did. They did such a good job with that game, man. Maybe we'll play that too a little bit later. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna play some Schedule One. It's this other game that I've been playing recently, but I was doing a whole bunch of stuff on that before I got off last time. But I gotta give this headache a chance to cool down. Oh, you broke it now. Now it's broken. Now it's broken. Such a goof. Such a goof. Just broke his stick. He broke his own stick. It's in my art, learning to draw the human body. One will start with this skeletal structure. Yeah. I have a big giant book on art, like an anatomy and stuff like that. Come on, let's go. I invited you out several times already this week. Come on. Hey, Fenrir. Easy. Fen. Easy. They think the other neighbor's dog is in the corner there. He's not. Heavy in the graphite for a few years. Yeah. But yeah, I had a whole book like on like anatomy and like how to do the human form and different stuff like that. And they say it says the same thing in that. It says the exact same thing. You gotta start with the skeletal structures and then you kind of overlay stuff into it. Graphite's cool though. Working with graphite, charcoal, or even just straight, like graphite art. No, it's cool. Most of my like physical art that I did a long time ago was either with like pencil or pen, or pencil first then pen, or like pencil then markers, white charcoal drawing on white paper. That's cool. That's cool. I like that too. Hey, Wolf, come here, Lucy. Asha, 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 Asha. What are you doing barking, huh? What are you doing barking at the neighbors? I told you no barking at the neighbors, no barkings. No barkings at the neighbors. No barkings at the neighbors, silly goose. You're drawing the person at the shadows, yeah. Yeah, it is, I bet it's interesting to kind of see it that way, yeah. I do see. I got puppy. You got puppy Wolf? Fenrir. Big boy. Look at negative photo. You should, man. That'd be awesome. I'd like to see it. If you do it, I'll do it. I'll put some of mine on the short too. Mine's not like negative charcoal art, but like white charcoal art. But yeah, if you post some, man, and I'll do it. Yeah, cool. Deal. Heck yeah. Lucy, Asha. Asha. Woo. Lucy. I had this one big piece that's kind of, if you were talking about like another older artist, this one big piece that I did from my college days that's like uh, William Blake tribute. I don't know if you've ever heard of that guy, but yeah, he's another cool like old artist. But a puppy, hay puppies, hay pupicitos, es aquilito, es bonito. Yeah, it's his little stick. That's for my photography. That'll always be in my blood. That's cool. You do photography. I like that stuff too. I've always been into like cinematography and photography and that kind of stuff. Framing shot up and stuff. Yeah, I've always liked that. First and foremost. Yeah, that's cool. You should post some of that art too, man. If you feel comfortable sharing it, you know. Inquilito, inquilito. Black and white photos. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, it was nice hanging out with all you guys. I think I'm gonna call it right here. I'm gonna go take a little break and then we'll come back with some gaming and stuff like that. All you guys are more than welcome to hang out, especially you, Cat. You're more than welcome to come hang out in the game chat. I know it's a little bit different than this setting. You don't get to see the wolfies and stuff like that, but you're always welcome. You're always welcome in chat all the time. And also, Cat too. Like we've got like a yeah, no problem. We've got a Discord channel too. I don't know how like computer like savvy and stuff you are. Like I mean, you must be really good if you're doing like the you got work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, no worries. Anytime I'm streaming, you're welcome to hang out. But we've also got a Discord channel, and you are also more than welcome to join that and like hang out there and share some of your art there and stuff like that too, man. We have like a little creative writers corner where people kind of share their stuff there. There's a guy right now that's like got a thread going of a bunch of stuff, and then I've got like a little art channel too where you can share art and stuff like that. No computers, I'm bad at computers. Well, either way, dude, I appreciate you sharing your art. I was just giving you another place to kind of share it with with me and the community that I'm kind of working on building and stuff like that. But either way, I appreciate seeing your art on YouTube and stuff like that too, man. So keep sharing it, keep sharing it. But if you do ever feel like figuring out Discord, that's like I said, we've got a little spot there where like a lot of creative people come and hang out. You're more than welcome, man. We did. I did recently do like memberships, like activated memberships on the channel too, where I do like tarot card readings and stuff like that. And eventually, the yeah, it is really cool. It's kind of cool, You put your vibes out on YouTube, and you end up meeting a bunch of creative people like yourself too. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Um, and again, I'm trying to kind of build like a little bit of a community where we can all share stuff and kind of build each other up, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Build a cooler like presence online, as well as like supporting kind of my main like endeavor with the character and writing that out and stuff like that too. But we're all creative there, and we all hang out, and we all talk, and we all share ideas, and we all share our art and stuff like that too. So yeah, it's all very important stuff, man. It's super important to keep creative people together and working and inspired. You know what I mean? Especially because we can always lose our inspiration so quickly as creative people, because the types of like struggles we got to deal with in the world and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And just being, and I don't mean like the typical struggling artist. I just mean being sensitive to all the like crazy issues that are going on. So it's just a nice place too, where we all can kind of talk and and just like say good morning to each other and share. And we're a lot of us are from all over the place too, so it's cool. It's just cool, another extra way to connect. And the memberships thing too is like, I don't know, there's no pressure for anybody to buy any of those things. Like it's like $1 a month for the first tier, or like 5 for the next one and 10 for the third one. But like, there's no pressure to get those. But eventually, what I want to do with those is have like just the members have a way to more like connect more personally like this. And at a certain point too, like I'll be able to gift like 10 free of charge memberships every month. So a lot of the people that I hang out with, like you and a lot of the other people that come into chats and stuff like that, I'll just gift you guys memberships so you can chill with me and hang out in the members only streams and stuff like that. That will be more like this type of stream where we're hanging out real life and hanging out with the Wolfies and play guitar and stuff like that. But and again, still no pressure to ever like get one of those, because all of my day one homies that were with me up to like 1,000 subs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna gift you guys memberships and stuff once I'm allowed to do all that stuff. But I think I just need to be like in the like cycle for the first whatever amount of time. So, which probably won't be too much longer, because we monetized the channel a little while ago. So we'll see how everything goes. But either way, like I said, no matter what, no matter how you interact with me or the channel or anything like that, I appreciate it. I especially appreciate another artist like kind of sharing their soul and their work and their art and stuff like that. So it's always nice to. Sure, of course it all takes time. Yeah. And like I said, I've only kind of been just starting to be consistent with all this stuff in the last like year or so. So, and I told myself last year, I said, if I'm consistent on minimal effort, then I'm gonna start putting a lot more effort into it and building it up. And that's kind of what I've been doing little by little. So hopefully we'll get there one day and be able to like kind of have a film and of the character out, and a nice big community of people that are like really cool artistic people that just contributing to lifting each other up, really, mostly. But yeah. Thank you, I appreciate that. I do, I appreciate that. It's been a long road already, and I know it's still a little bit long road ahead of me too, but you just kind of keep your eyes like focused on stuff and keep working towards it. It'll all come in due time. You know what I mean? I look forward to it too, because I think it'll be really cool to share a lot of that sort of prosperity and growth with all the people in the community, like for real. You know what I mean? Not in a silly like superficial sense, but you know what I mean. Actually get back to you guys and, like I said, lift everybody up instead of being a place where it's all toxic and people fighting all the time. So, but yeah. But it has been fun hanging out with you guys and the Wolfies. Got one in the background there, one in the middle ground, one in the foreground with me. Yeah, you too, Kat. Good luck at work, man. I know work sucks, but we'll be here thinking of you. We'll be here hanging out, and we'll get out later or whatever. And I'm still hanging around online. Like I said, you're always welcome to come hang out in any of the chats or join the Discord, whatever. Anything like that, man. I'd love that. I love having you. You're good company. You're good company. Like a couple of the other ghosts I got out there right now too. So I appreciate it, man. It's awesome. You come to say goodbye, Lucy? Home after 6 a.m. Unlike your time. Well, we're on sort of the same time anyway, I think, right? Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, if I'm hanging out, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you in the next one. And that's for the rest of you ghosts that are kind of hanging out. See you, Kat. You take care, man. Good luck at work. Have fun. Don't work too hard. It's not worth it. Don't do it.
Unless you really love your job, then do it. Then work hard, of course. But and it's fulfilling. Then do it because it'll be rewarding if you do that. And give a shout out to YOLO, our member, in the top one tier there. Thank you. Give a shout out to Nova for coming out too. Shout out to Shadow for coming out and hanging out. YOLO, we'll catch you in the next one, man. I know you got your stream on, and chilling while you're going out and doing stuff, getting them firecrackers. But we'll see. We'll see you when you get back. And we'll do another stream in a little bit. My headache's starting to come down a little bit too, so a little bit more time. We'll jump on and do something else. Battlefield. A shout out to you, bro, for coming out and saying what up into the pups, hanging out, listening to some guitar. I appreciate that, man. It's good seeing you. Your hermanito Shadow, of course. Claro que sí. Ahmed. Ahmed, thank you. Pumpkin777. I'm not exactly sure what you said, but I appreciate that little rose there in chat. That was cool. Florian, Christian, the other two that come out and said something. I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate everybody hanging out. And we'll catch all you ghosts in the next one, man. Peace.